Thank you all for joining us. You know where to find us on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Go on to the next one. AC folds, that's the Scotcho. Josiah looks down at 5 deuce suited in middle position. Here comes Bruno with 9-10 suited. Makes it 6. Sal DeBear will fold, as does John. Back over to the blinds now. Wonder if that was a straddle by Chi-Town Cat, but it doesn't matter because Nemo's going to raise it to 30.
I missed it, Rick. I'm going for my handy dandy phone battery here.
Your phone always runs out of juice.
Yep.
I suggest an iPhone.
It is an iPhone?
Oh, I suggest
it's a relatively
newer
new one. But I've been here for all day, sir.
I know. 10-3-3, and Bruno flops 2 pair, as does Nemo. Nemo with the better kicker. Nemo's going to put in a black one. That's $100 US, folks.
A Hundy, a Franklin, and he's doing that with the best holding here. That's going to put Bruno in a tough spot here with 2 pair and the Chi-Town Cat.
125. I believe it must have been 125 because Chi-Town.
No, he bet 50, so he put in a black chip but announced 50.
Okay.
And the Chi-Town Cat raising it up here. So let's see.
Makes it a buck and a squirt.
Let's see what happens here. Pretty interesting line from the Cat. Repping perhaps a 3, but in late position, that story doesn't make much sense. And Nemo's a good enough player to sniff that out. Maybe an ace-3. Maybe an ace-10 type of hand here, but when you're holding king-10 of hearts on that type of board, you got to peel that bet size in here and at least see a turn. Jack, not really good for anybody here, but if you're Chi-Town Cat and you raise that flop with 6-5, you got to have plans of firing on the turn and definitely firing river. And good on him for firing another bet. So he's all in on this one, not all in with his chips, but all in by continuing to bet. He's committed to
Somebody
keep firing.
taps Nemo on the shoulder, and Nemo says,
I'm gonna
get
pot,
away from me.
I'm gonna pot, dude. I'm getting check raised. Leave me alone. But, you know, he's not bothered by that. It's pretty much of a snap call there. Calls the 125 here, and the sweat building on the Cat's forehead here. We might need a White Claw, a towel, who knows. But he's drawing dead, as you see here. So it's going to take a big, big bet on the river.
Clean up on table 7.
It's going to take a big bet here to push Nemo up, but he only has about 200 behind, and this pot's 600, so he's priced in here. So good on Felix for not going for it on the river there, because it wasn't going to get through, and Nemo takes it down with the 10. So good hand, Nemo. You see Nemo giving the Cat a look, saying, what are you trying to do there? What are you up to? You can't push around the fish here. It's like a cat trying to eat a little goldfish. Nemo wins that battle. And Felix is going to have to regroup before we take another hand.
Chi-Town Cat, got to give him credit for being a little creative. Sometimes the creativity gets smashed down like a little cockroach.
Yep. Yep. Can't fault the effort there, but once Nemo calls that turn and you get him priced into that pot, drawing dead, you don't really, you can't, not the best spot there, but we like the heart by the Cat.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what just happened on that last hand here as we take a look at our winnings so far from the night.
Josiah Esquire's hair is not moving an inch. If he went into a driving rainstorm with 400-mile-an-hour winds, that hair is not moving anywhere, Mikey.
Wow, 400-mile-an-hour winds. You're giving that product a lot of credit here. We might need to get
it's rated 7.9.
We might need to get sponsored by L'Oreal next week. We might need to have, give them a buzz next week. Be our sponsor for Wednesday night poker at the Lodge, table 11.
I like it. Josiah Esquire wearing the sport coat, classing up the joint here. We don't see too many sport coats in the Lodge.
Only hoodies, sunglasses, backpacks.
Do you even own a sport coat, Mikey?
Oh, you know what?
Do you dress for work in business attire?
Of course. No, not anymore.
Right.
I used to.
Okay.
But I own
because I know you have a real job.
What do you think about this little pretty guy there?
Oh, wow. There you go.
See?
You got a little wear a bow tie, huh?
Look at this. We got some of those. Couple.
All right.
I got your little slideshow right here to look. So see,
All right.
give me a little bit of credit, Rick.
You do own a suit,
No,
okay.
Clean up nice.
Because all I see you in is hoodies and sunglasses. Looks like we've got a raise from Chi-Town Cat with 9.6 offsuit. It's an all-in raise of 130. Josiah Esquire with pocket fours, 115 to call.
So the Cat has had enough. He's going for one of his signature squeezes. No pulp. No pulp.
Cat has had 8 lives tonight. This may be his 9th.
Yeah, we might need to be calling the chip runner. We might need chips to seat 7 ASAP here. And seat 1 not having none of it here. You know seat 1's going to be getting the invite back here when he makes this call, making some moves with 6-3. I like his style. As you mentioned here, bringing a little bit of class to the lodge here, coming in looking sharp, probably fresh from work today.
He's going to make the call.
And he's going to make that call for 130 there. Pair of fours going sailing.
TJ with Jack 10 suited. Sal DeBear with pocket threes. So you got threes, fours. And then you got Nemo behind Sal DeBear with ace 4 suited on the button.
And you see Chi-Town Cat already getting up. Doesn't not much of a believer here, trying to find out the chip runner in the room. 9 and 6 still alive though.
So now it's heads up. Pocket fours versus 9-6.
So we're racing. So the Cat likes to see that. Feeling a little bit of better that he might have a chance here.
9-8 king. Straight draw now. There's the 7. Chi-Town Cat hits his straight.
So every time the Cat loses his mind, he binks you straight on the turn. You recall last week, the Queen Jack of Spades, $600 squeeze. Now when he's almost going Barocco here with a $130 behind, just rips it all in and says, let's see what happens. Boom, hits the straight again. So better to be lucky than good. And the Cat with a full double up there at seat 1, sick to his stomach.
Say what you want about Chi-Town Cat. His hands are always pretty exciting. Ben Dog says that one of the players had Jack 10 suited. I believe that was John, maybe TJ had Jack 10 suited. He says he makes that call all day long. I like Jack 10 suited.
Yeah, it's just a little bit tougher when you play these lower level games. You always got to keep in mind your opponent's stack depth. So it's a little bit tricky to maneuver, and especially when you have a player jam his whole stack and then get called, the Jack 10 suited kind of shrivels up there. So it looks pretty. I know it's tough to fold, but sometimes it's best to send those bad boys to bed a little early and not have them stay up, past their bedtime.
People like playing Jack 10 suited. Super System said a lot about that hand. It's one of the books that most card players read, Doyle Brunson's Super System. Like the suited connectors, and of course Jack 10 makes more nut straights than any other 2 cards. The Jack 10.
I've never read a single poker book.
Never?
Nope.
Wow.
I've dabbled in a couple pages here and there.
You've written a few.
I've never completed, sorry. So I've taken a sneak peek in a couple books, but I've never finished an entire poker book.
3-4.
Chi-Town Cat heating up there. So the donk 9-6 shove play getting rewarded here, and now he's got a little bit more chips to put to work. And he's got bottom 2. Let's see if he's going to get much action here. Scott Shaw with a pair of 7s. But you have Josiah here betting 35. On the button in position, looks to be raising.
Makes it 70. And Scotcho will leave with his pocket 7s. And Josiah Esquire wondering what the heck has gone on here.
I don't think he's going to have to continue. You just got min clicked here, so it's kind of always a little bit tough. You always feel a little sick to your stomach when you get min clicked. You're like, oh, you don't want to lay it down because then it's obviously we're bluffing, so you might be induced just to peel and try and bink a 10 or a king, and if he does, he's going to be even digging himself a deeper hole here. But again, the min click, sometimes tricky, and the pride takes over, and you don't want to fold it. And he's got calling chips in his hand, but then thinks better of himself and makes the fold. So the brain over ego there, and Chi-Town Cat no action with 3-4. He kind of wants to show it, do I want to show it, and I'll just send it to the mug and stack my chips.
Yeah, come on.
We'll go on to the next one. Josiah, welcome to the lodge, says Zane Lewis. Josiah's been a solid player tonight. Every player has been pretty solid. Nobody's really getting too out of line.
Minus the cat a couple times. Well, Nemo's been playing the 6-3. We saw Josiah mix it up with 7 deuce. So these people have been active. You know, we had a couple people in the chat complaining that it was a little bit of too tight. Some players have been playing a little bit tight, but some players have been mixing it up here. You know, 3-hour stream. They want to put on a show for their friends, family, and fans in the chat. So sometimes, you know, you're not always going to get dealt the heaters in the best possible hands there. You got to maneuver through some tricky spots, fire in a couple bets when you don't have it. And those players are usually the ones that are the most profitable at the end of the day.
So now, Chi-Town Cat makes the call, and because the button folds, he's now got the best position, but a raise from Scotcho, $65. Call by Nemo and Chi-Town Cat. We'll go 3 ways to the flop.
So a 3-bet flop here with King 9 off, and you see he gets called by Jack Dewey and Queen 10 here. So
King, Queen 8. Scotcho with top pair. Chi-Town with second pair. Scotcho, who made it 65, will he continue the action?
Action on the cat, and he's going to bet his pair of queens. Rather large here, so going for it right now, almost basically committing.
150.
Almost, he's only got about that much behind. And Scotcho doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like it's 150 is the bet. Scotcho with top pair. Backdoor straight is going to raise it on up, all in.
Scotcho rips it all in there, an insta call there by the cat, and the cat is behind and in need of a lot of help. Backdoor hearts, backdoor straight possibilities here, but definitely in bad shape to the King 9 off of Scotcho. Back out of his seat here. Got to say a little quick prayer to the poker gods because he's in some bad shape.
5 of diamonds.
No help.
There's the 5.
No help.
Kings and 5s are going to win it. And Scotcho is going to take all of Chi-Town Cat's chips.
So it took to the 10-20 marker here, but the cat has used all of his 9 lives and has officially been scalped. And we will need new chips over here if seed 7 wants to continue. And it looks like he's not giving up here, so we're going to be adding on to seed 7. And a nice pot there for the 9 seed.
How many lives is Chi-Town Cat going to rebuy for?
Well, we'll see. Hopefully for the maximum. 116 people in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. If it's your first time viewing, Rick and I, Slick Rick and the Skull, are here every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Come on back and join us this Saturday. We're going to have a 5-10 uncapped game with lots and lots of money on the table. Probably close to 100,000 on the table this Saturday night. So come on by.
There's a good question from the chat. You know, somebody asked why would he bet there, turning the boat. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you could have gone a couple different ways there. You know, you might be targeting that one, you know, thinking that maybe one of the other two people have that king after they both call your bet there and are satisfied in their trips and basically drawing dead to try and induce a jam there. The bet size wasn't that big there, but you could have checked there as well and potentially set a trap there and have either Bruno or seat 8 fire at that turn, or even maybe check that turn and potentially connect with their flusher straight on the river, and then maybe probably be betting then. But especially when you've been having such a brutal night there, I don't mind Scott charging those draws and firing it. It wasn't a large bet, but fortunately it scared off his opponents there.
Straight draw and top pair for Josiah Esquire, and Chi-Town Cat with pocket jacks in the lead. And it's looks like it's going to be a call.
You know the cat's ripping this all in insta rip. The chips are probably already in there before
Raised to 55.
before you even got the camera on him. I knew those chips are in there, and he's gonna be in good shape now with his jack. So, been a rough hour for the cat here after he's been felted about 3 times or so, but in good shape here for a double. Needs to fade some straight outs, a 6 or a 4.
There's a 4, 2 pair now.
Another 6, so trip 6s.
Oh, look, okay.
So
6s.
not the cat's night there. Felted one more time.
Ugh.
And the jacks go bye-bye as seat 1 sucks out on the turn.
Chi-Town Cat was losing, he's throwing the party right now, but let me tell you something. Chi-Town Cat has won a lot of money on these streams and in this room. So, hey, everybody takes a night. Gets speed bag, the Tyson speed bag.
Yeah. Just got to bounce back from those black eyes. Those bumps and bruises here as we're over 11 o'clock here. We're a little into overtime, a bonus couple 10, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Just as a award. A shout out to all our viewers here. A little token of our appreciation here from the Lodge Poker Club live stream as Nemo picking up the Cowboys on the button. Let's see what people behind are holding. Chi-Town Cat with a pocket pair. Not very much behind. Calls the 20 and AC picking up a suited ace here. So let's see if he elects to 3-bet this one or just flat. So a nice pot brewing. Saldo Bear with 5-2 offsuit. Send those bad boys to bed. We're going to go 3-way to a flop with Nemo in pretty good shape here.
Damon will give us the flop. And it looks to be 3, Jack 4. And Nemo still way out in front with his kings. $3 is the bet from Chi-Town Cat. Nemo's going to say, I'll have none of that. I'm going to raise it up, make it 30. And Chi-Town Cat pushes it all in.
Can't put in those tip chips, though. Takes those off, and he's going to get snapped off by
of course,
Nemo. And he's going to be drawing 2 possible wheel outs or 2 remaining deuces. And the Chi-Town Cat is in a rough shape one more time.
Deuces and kings. Running straights, deuce. That's not going to help. Dead 2, one of the 2 remaining deuces.
2 outer.
That's not it. 7. And Chi-Town Cat
Felted one more time.
reached into his pocket more than a father at a country fair with a 7-year-old. So in a rake game, figure out how many hands are dealt and how much rake is taken off in an hour, and you'll see that this is a much better deal for a poker player than it is a rake game. It just is. $90 is a lot less than what Vegas casinos are taking off the table each hour. So it's a pretty good deal from a player's perspective. Danny says, nice stream, thank you. You're part of it. We like our live chat. We like to interact. We believe you're part of the show.
TJ Queens, we have another Queens versus 10 matchup here. So the Chi-Town Cat up against it one more time. Absolutely brutal night for him. He's been felted 4 or 5 times. And the way that this hand is trending, it's going to be it's going to be one more time before the White Claws are all finished up here, doing a little inventory on his stack size. And TJ's going to snap this one off quicker than we can even finish speaking.
Chi-Town leaves himself a little bit behind.
Maybe save himself a little bit of taxi money on the way home, because you know he's not going back home with the Bear after they got into it.
TJ is
a little bit of
kind of toying with him.
Little Uber money.
All in. Quick call from Chi-Town Cat. Chi-Town says, what do you have? Queens versus 10s. He's going to see the bad news.
So we've seen aces get cracked and then survive. Let's see if the queens
Not help there.
Nope.
Ace, deuce, 4.
Still needs a 10, 2 outer. That's
Ooh, a
not gonna-
straight.
yeah,
A 5 will give him a chop.
5 is what he needs, but the 3 is not that, so.
Chi-Town Cat.
I think he's done. I think that's the knockout blow.
I mean, we've kind of all been there, but
yeah.
he's going to pull out another C note from his pocket. An endless
Little crush.
pocket of. He is. He's a little
Little
crushed.
crush, little stuns. He's getting a little beat up tonight, but that's all right. That's what happens at the poker table. He's had his fair share of nights, but tonight's not one of them.